Hi, Tim McCabe, Block Island, Rhode Island, anciently known as Enwin. I'm going to show you another example of time traveling with another of the most famous people of the 20th century, Adolf Hitler, his quest for the Spear of Destiny. And here you see the face of Adolf Hitler with the two eyes, mouth. You notice his death eye is the black cross of Christianity. Christianity went pagan in his death eye, and he's grabbing for the spear. The horror, the evil that he wanted to do with Christianity went pagan, grabbing for that spear. And now you see the magically glowing with the break in it and the hilt of the spear. And you see that the tip bends towards his hand because he's raging about it. It's supposed to be with him, but it doesn't glow. The tip doesn't glow because it's not magical with him. And what this really tells the story of Hitler going to the church in the 1930s, asking for the spear, and them saying, we lost it, but you could get it back for us. You could talk to the people who took it 1,000 years ago when we got the Grail. They took the spear and get it back for us. So Hitler drank from the Grail and asked these guys for the spear. He had to ask the big spirit who tells these people what to do, and the big spirit said, no, we're not giving it to you. We're giving it to Tim McCabe. And that's the story I'm about to show you. Here's me with the little secret of Christianity on my hat right there with the black hat. And you see with the eye, nose, mouth, facing the direction of life with the little black cross at my mouth, saying Christianity went pagan, a white face, good guy, saying Christianity went pagan. Then looking over with the eyes, and you see that right in front of my eyes, the black, seeing evil, and facing you between life and death. That's where they saw me when they took the hit out of me, and John told them about me. And here's John with the little surgical whack out of his head. He didn't get the whole top of his head flayed that night when they whacked his head. They just took out a little surgical whack. And there you see the black cross. He looks over towards life, seeing the black cross that Christianity went pagan, and then got his head whacked. Now he looks over towards death with the nose and the eye, and right in his mouth is a white hat. He's saying, the guy with the hat's a good guy. He got a white hat. And there's my face, and you see my hand, the way I'm pulling the nose of the horse around with the star on the forehead and the ears, and his nose is being pulled around. And you see the chest of the horse and the way the spear of destiny stuck in like a Scarborough on my horse, and I'm trotting off with it, and Hitler's going, no! And then he looks over towards life, going, no, because my leg in life is shiny like the spear, and it goes right up to his eye. In life, I need the spear to prove Christianity went pagan. And they're saying they're going to give it to me, and he's going, no! Screaming, and then with the teeth raging like an animal, with the black coming right up off it, right to me like a bullseye, saying, shoot that guy with a rifle. And Hitler's grabbing for the rifle. There's the barrel of the rifle and the butt of it. The church is drinking from the Grail and communing with Hitler, running the world. And Hitler's telling the church to have me shot with a rifle. And these people were telling me it. And now you notice that my arm is John Lennon, and his hand is my hand grabbing the spear. And his other hand, he's reaching up for me getting up on the horse. See me stepping up on the horse, being the bandit with the bandit mask and the neck of the horse with the blaze on the face. He's telling me to get on the horse and be a bandit like Zorro, like the Lone Ranger with the Spear of Destiny, and go prove Christianity went pagan. And you see that my leg in life is the spear, and my leg in death side of my body is Christ. The two guys who got it for me are Christ and John Lennon. My leg is Christ with the two eyes, nose, mouth. You see the belt right there on his robes. He's wearing the robes. And his hand is my hand, grabbing the spear, the ghost hand, grabbing the spear. And I'm leaning and talking, grabbing the spear. And my leg is Christ, and my arm is John Lennon in the afterlife. Christ and John Lennon, the two guys in the afterlife that got me the Spear of Destiny. When you change the light, you have a whole second set of images. And you see the entire bottom of the statue is the big kisser of Hitler blubbering with a mouth and a filthy little mustache, nose, eyes, and his shoulder, the way he's like looking back at you, blubbering with a filthy little mustache and his ear. And you see the evil spirit coming up out of his head that's drinking from the cup with the nose and the eye. And we'll come in a little closer here. And you see that he is grimacely talking, looking over with the third eye, and then with the teeth raging like an animal, with the teeth raging like an animal about me being on the horse, being a bandit, saying, oh, he was bad. You can't give him the spear. And there I am on my horse, hanging off the horse with body. Right there's my body, there's my face, my eyes, it got the Secret of Christianity in my hat, and there's the front legs of the horse right there, the two front legs of the ghost horse, and the hind leg of the ghost horse is kicking Hitler right where it counts. And I'm hanging off the horse, looking down at him, talking evilly about who? About this scum right here. And I'm looking right down at him with good thoughts in my head, talking about what an evil scumwad he is. And then you see that John Lennon is on the horse with me, right here with the two eyes, and his hands with my hand raised in the air like I want to pummel Hitler, and his other hand's coming out of my mouth because I was singing his songs. This is me in front of the Block Island Times with the Good Secret of Christianity on my hat right there. And what's wild is I was being a bandit one night on the horse right here, and they can see in the physical world. They've been watching me 1,000 years ago. The church said, will we ever get the spirit back? And they drank from the grail and asked the big spirit, and he said, yeah. He's coming in the future. You could see as far ahead as when they took the hit out of me and knew I was coming, they were going to give it to me and said, we're giving it to him if he's really pure heart. So they've been watching me to see how bad I was. And they saw one night when I was being bad. I was being a bandit with the one little black horn right there. I was being kind of bad, pretty bad. And there's the neck and the blaze on the face of the horse. That was me walking through Black Rock one night. I was bad. When you come in close, you see it's two people on the horse when I'm being a bandit, and there I am, and there's a girl riding double with me in front, and she's looking right down here where you see with my elbow, my hand, I'm grabbing booby, being bad on the horse, riding double with her. I was married, and I was being bad, and they caught me. But I didn't really do anything. I was just being bad. But I didn't actually do anything other than, I did. But I didn't. That was as bad as I got. And they gave me the spear because they saw into Hitler's mind and saw what he was. Whew. You hear him in your nose, you can see him with your third eye, and it's right at the nose of the big spirit right here where I was being a bandit, and he heard about it. And I was on the horse being a bandit, and he heard about it, and they left it up to a girl to decide whether or not I should get the spear. And what's wild is, if you notice, the John Lennon right here with the smooth-featured face, who's on the horse with his hand coming out of my mouth, beating Hitler with me, he talks into a little hand right there that's got teeth. Right there, it's got teeth biting the booby. John Lennon talks into the hand that bites the booby. And you see the girl ghost here, they left it up to with the two eyes. The statue was changed. Now her death eye is black. And it's pointed right at me, and she's telling me the church is going to kill me. And you notice that she sees the evil that I was doing on the horse coming right down her eye, and she's saying good about it, going, no, it wasn't that bad. And she likes me. And she throws her leg over onto the horse with me, liking me, and stomps on Hitler's weenie with her stiletto boot, and is liking me, going, no, he's good, and gave me the spear. You see the one booby right there. And she threw her leg over on the horse with me and stomped on Hitler's weenie. And you see that I got one good sideburn, right there, no sideburn, one good sideburn, and I'm wearing sunglasses with the Good Secret of Christianity in my hat. And that's me in front of the Block Island Times. And they gave me the Spear of Destiny. It happened. I just want to point out real quick to you here that you see the guy that Hitler went through. He's got the fedora from the 30s with the hat right there with the fedora and the nose and the eye, you see the mouth, and his shoulder, the way he's got a handkerchief in his pocket with a suit jacket. Looking like a guy from the 30s, and his nose is right at the forehead of the guy here with the checkered hat, like an ancient Scottish-looking dude with the beard and the suit jacket. And he went back in time through that guy to connect to these people to ask for the spear. You know, when you look at the face of Hitler, you notice that he's got, like, it looks like he has a little bowl at his forehead with the haircut. This is a picture in 1939 of Hitler, and you see he's got the same haircut with the little bowl with the hair in his forehead. Just point out for you, you know, again, here's the evil spirit that comes out of Hitler's head with the nose and the eye, with the way the cup's angled up to his mouth, drinking from the cup. And then he looks over this way, raging with the teeth up in the eye about me, you know, being a bandit on the horse, saying, no, you can't give it to him, he was bad, right? You notice that the big spirit here with the two eyes, right? His ears right at the cup, and he's listening to Hitler, and one eye's like up like this, and the other one's more like down like that, like the cockeyed, like he got hit in the head with a baseball bat. He's going, whoa, this guy's a lunatic. He's crazy, raging like an animal because he wants me killed because I got the spear and I made him blubber. He got nothing. And the girl ghost, she likes me, throws her leg right over and stomps on Hitler's weenie and saying, nah, you're scum. No, you never should be another one like you. Nobody should ever have you kid a master race. You're scum, and hates him. And they saw into his mind and saw at the age of like 40, Hitler had never had a normal relationship with a woman. And he was lecherously hitting on his 20-year-old niece who he wanted to go off with a guy and be normal and moved to Vienna. And he broke her nose and she shot herself that day with his handgun. These people were like, oh my God, they saw into his mind and saw it, and they're like, this guy's an animal scum. It's like, and they gave it to me. They're like, no, we're giving it to him. You're looking at the actual spear that killed Christ, lost here 1,000 years ago. It's all part of the Grail legend that when they went on the quest, the spear of destiny was there, and the blood of Christ flowed magically from the spear through the chalice and brought Christ's spirit back. It was there. If you look at the painting Quest del Saint Grail, you see the chalice with underneath it the broken spear. In 556, the spear of destiny was stolen. Thieves broke off the head, but it was recovered. And they brought it here with Christ's blood on it to connect to Christ. Along the descendant of Joseph Arimatheus, Galahad, to connect to him. 9 maidens, 9 knights are going to bring back Christ forever by having them conceive kids and create 9 divine bloodlines. But they didn't know what they were getting into. When Guinevere got whacked, they lost the spear of destiny. It's a 1,000-year-old legend. A knight of the round table will find the spear and lead the world to peace. You find the Grail, you can take your seat at the round table. I found the Grail. I'm the only living knight of the round table. They brought King Arthur's back here to N1 to be reincarnated when he died, and that he would be reincarnated here and come back to lead the world to peace. I've got a blue blood heritage. I'm the only living knight of the round table. I am the reincarnated spirit of King Arthur, and I will lead the world to peace. In 2016, I am running for president as an independent candidate. I'm the only one saying, let's shut down Fukushima. Get that water out of the tidal zone and shut that reaction down. Put a containment vessel around it. Duh! I mean, these people are putting it in the water right now. Why not turn it into cement? And bury it safely forever. They want to do evil. They want to bring about this nightmare. And I'm going to stop it. I will lead the world to peace, get his head in the right direction at safe speed, and turn this nightmare around and save our republic. I've had this spear for 20 years. The handle to this is still in the ground out here. We go there with archaeologists and dig it out, proving that this thing was here anciently. It has the Art of the Grail on it, proving it was here anciently. The reason they don't believe the one they have now is the Spear of Destiny is because, according to legend, it has features that will hack. And that's very rare to find an ancient Roman spear with features that will hack. I have it. It's the actual spear that killed Christ, and God gave it to me at the behest of Christ and John Lennon.
The quote from Dr. Newport, June 27, 1937. His last speech at his church in Gaham, Germany. No longer shall we be silent at the behest of man when God commands us to speak. For it is and must remain the case that we must obey God rather than man. All right, boys, this is it, over the hill. We don't care what flag you're waving. We don't even want to know your name. We don't care where you're from or where you're going. All we know is that today, you're making all our decisions. We have just one request to you, and while you're thinking things over, it's up to just let it go. Tell the people now. Do it now. Well, we're caught with our hands in the air. Don't understand paranoia, beware. You can shake it out when you're scared. So let's shout it aloud like a friend. Tell the people now. Do it now. We understand your paranoia, and we don't want to play your game. You think the Burrow Building 2, we know what you're doing. 666 is your name. So while you're planning your next attack on America, you better get it started fine. Your time's up, now you gotta know it. And I'm gonna teach you how to read the signs. Tell the people now. Do it now. One man came on his own. There was one man saved the truth. One man came all alone. There was one man saved the truth. In the name of Christ, this thing, in the name of Christ. Tell the people now. Tell the people now. Tell the people now. no, the Holy Ghost has been found. Now that's breaking news and turn the world around. Well, we've got to come together. It's time to come together. We got to come together right now. No
It is me on the
shorthand
horse with one bad
down
sideburn.
the